Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be Cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
That is one way to start the video game. Now then, I am going to, start the playthrough with a new character. And I already know what I'm going to call her. Wait, hold on a second. There we go. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yes, female. Right. Young. Very quick look-see around. Let's see, I think I probably want to go with assassin? Or thief? Let's see. What do we want? Because Pyromancer is a good starting build for what I have in mind, I guess. The only stat that I really do not care that much for in this run is gonna be luck. I want to have intelligence, faith, and dexterity as primary building blocks for this. So let's see, the assassin. Yeah, and then the assassin seems pretty decent. Okay, yeah, I get a lot more luck than I bargained for. but I start out with some decent things. Yeah, sorcerer. Could also just start out with knight. Knight seems like a really good starting build. Knight is just pretty good for almost anything. Yeah, I'll probably just start with knight. I'll explain a little bit more as we get cracking, but let's see. Rusted gold coin. Sovereignless soul, fire gem. Fire gem's pretty good for what I have in mind to start with. Life ring. I think we'll take the fire gem. It's a pretty good way to start to get some fairly okay early game damage out on weapons, because I'm not going to be investing too much in strength. I'm gonna be, as I said, Dex, Intelligence, and Faith on this character. And then a fire gem will prove helpful, boosting my damage output a little bit against a lot of the early game stuff, making that easier. Right then, now here I'm going to do a quick cut whilst I go through the minutia of adjusting the character, because there's a lot that you can do here. There we go. Because yeah, there's a lot of sliders that you can take. There we go. Hey, look at this. What was it? There's so many different ways to tweak, and it's all kind of subtle, but I've got a plan for this. So I'll see you at the other side of this edit. And we're back. So, I had some help with this lady, because there's a lot of sliders, and the thing is that, here, let me just demonstrate, okay? If you look at the, oh, not face presets, or was it appearance? Right, if I just go to face detail, right? It's the face shape. Look at all this. The balance, the forehead, glabella, brow ridge, eyes, nose ridge, nostrils, cheeks, lips. And lips, mouth, chin. The tricky thing is that these bottom 5, for example, are all very closely related. So if you say make tweaks to lip size, I don't know, or the lip thickness, etc. That okay, we'll just leave it like that, looking silly for a second, and then the moment that you start tweaking the mouth slant, and then I don't know, the mouth to chin distance, all of that changes in relation to each other. Do you see the problem there? So there, we'll load that one. There we go. Boom. So that's the tricky bit. And yeah, so despite the fact that I have no intention of actually keeping going much with strength, I'm gonna start with the knight. The knight's a good starting set. It's kind of got everything you want. I want a little bit more intelligence and faith. I'm going to need pretty much every other stat. I'm going to need at least enough strength to use certain weapons and armor. I'm going to want some vigor, some attunement, at least a 10. I'm going to want the endurance up and the vitality. Those are all important stats. So this is a good place to start, I think. Starting the game with this character. Because even if I start with knight, that doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going into the knight playstyle. It's just the appropriate starting stance. And a convenient suit of armor. And a good weapon and a good shield. And there is our lovely Alicia. You can't appreciate much of her aesthetic that I spent a good hour or something customizing. Because she's currently wearing a helmet, and we can just, you know, let's just for the sake of it, right? Let's take off the helmet. Just for the style points. Yeah, we lose a little bit of armor. Very quick. Get my... Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Right, that's... I might actually try to... Oh! Man, I actually performed a parry and then I pressed the wrong button to follow up. That was dumb. So, I was also asked by my most dedicated viewer to explain a little bit of what's going on. So, what is going on is, right, if you paid a little bit of attention to the opening cinematic and you know anything about Dark Souls 1, you know that this game is always about linking the fire. Now, something has gone horribly wrong in Dark Souls 3. Namely, the fire is about to burn out and nobody's linked it. And what happens then is somebody has rung the bell warning that the fire is about to go out. Huh. Action Estus Flask. That's for regenerating the mana. Anyway, so what happens when the bell is rung is the Lords of Cinder are called back to life. Lords of Cinder being people who've linked the fire before. So they've already done it once, and they died linking the fire, because that's what happens when you link the fire. You literally burn up trying to link the fire. Well, not trying to. Linking the fire. Linking the fire itself will burn you up. Yeah, how about you? Yes, smarmy cunt. You end up dying. There we go. Okay. Walk up and stab him in the nuts. In the back. In the whatever. Now let's see. I'm feeling pretty confident. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm feeling pretty confident. Where was I? Okay, so yeah, bell rung and lords who have previously linked the fire are revived to link the fire once again. Because for some reason the fire isn't being linked by whoever's job it is to do it this time. Nobody's succeeded. Right, there's our first little mini-boss. Yeah, right here in the tutorial area, immediately there's a mini-boss. Now let's see if... Ooh! Ooh! Anyway, where was I? Okay, so... Ah! Lords of Cinder that have been revived are currently not linking the fire either. So then the next person in line goes, and that would be us, Unkindled, people who have tried to link the fire but failed. So we're basically plan C. Ow! Oh, Schnitzel. Drink. Ooh! Okay. Hello. Ooh! No! Okay, come on. Ooh! You are beautiful and wonderful and dangerous. Ow! I got run over. Ooh! Oh, crystals. Drink. And we are out of Estus already. And the boss still, well, the mini boss. Ow! Tits. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. Because I am not very good. But who knows? Maybe if I'm just careful and patient. Ooh! Dang it, I missed. That was too shallow. Ah! Third bite. Right. Our first death on this initial crystal lizard. So yeah, where was I? Oh, this is tricky actually. Retelling the... keeping up with the lore whilst also playing. So, yeah, as I said, we're plan C. Somebody has to link the fire, otherwise the fire will go out. And as far as we are concerned, linking the fire is a good thing. Or so we think. I mean, the plot's a little bit more complicated than that. You might be wondering, so what the heck is even linking the fire? What does that mean? And... Ow! Dingus. Basically, linking the fire, it's about the first flame. And again, yeah, this all helps if you actually know a little bit about Dark Souls 1. That first flame is what it's all about. That determines whether or not it's an age of dark or an age of fire. Oh! Right. Ooh. No! Fudging. Right, okay, already one Estus and we haven't even harmed him yet. Man. Isn't this asshole beautiful? It's a beautiful creature. I mean, if I were as fabulous as this guy, I'd be a lot less grumpy. I mean, look at how beautiful he is. Boom! And dangerous he is. Oh! Ho, ho. Ha! Oh, dang it. He was reeling and that would have been a perfect moment to follow up rather than dodge back. Ooh. Alright. We totally got his number now. Ha-ha! Gotcha! We only died to him once. Boom! 4,000 souls and a Titanite scale. I'm going to regret that. Because now I want to keep all these souls until after the first boss. The first actual boss. That's gotta be fun. Now, you might be wondering, who are these other guys here? These are hollows. These are undead people like us. We are also undead. We don't look undead, but trust me, we're undead. That's why we come back to life. In our case, heck, we're not even just undead. We're unkindled. That's a super fancy, special undead. It's, you know, somebody who's going to link the fire. Hopefully. Speaking of fires and the linking thereof, the bonfire. Our first bonfire. We can sit down here, and anytime we sit down here, we respawn all the enemies and refill all our Estus. Ow! I don't know why I sometimes kick. I don't know how that works. I need to figure that out. What's down here? There's guys down here. Ow! Hey, you know what? Gonna lure that guy forward. Ow! You dick. Haha! So yeah, let's see. So yeah, these are also undead, but they're hollows, which means they have pretty much gone mad, lost their soul, whatever you want to call it. There's not a lot left inside their noggin. Ow! Oh, ho, 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 ho. And even weak enemies will royally fuck you up. Which is why you then run away. Stab them. Okay, now. Obviously we're not going to actually fight the first boss like this. We're down to 1 potion. I'm just exploring the area. And I want that shiny thing. And I completely fumbled my jump. That's okay. Now there's the first boss area, right through that door there. We're not gonna do that just yet, because I want this shiny thing. Hey! Fading soul. Now wondering, I am picking up, I'm picking up a bunch of those little fading souls, and yes, that's, I didn't even run that time. And that's okay. Jumping in this game is really awkward because you have to hold down run and then press the stick that you're moving with. There we go. Boom, Titanite shard. Right. Actually, why did I drink that? There's no point. Because now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go all the way back over here. I'm gonna rest. And that means that all the enemies are back, but my Estus is full. There we go. I'm going to say, screw you guys, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna run up here, stab this guy, and then we can go to the first boss with full health. A little worse for wear. Oh well. You know what? Out of respect for this guy, I am going to put on my helmet. Because this guy got served the raw deal. Say, hello, Eudix Gundyr. Now, the Eudix, from what I understand, he is the judge. He is the scabbard of the of this coiled blade that we need for the Firelink Shrine. We'll get there in a little bit. And he is here to judge us if we're worthy. Also, something may have gone a little bit wrong with him. Which is that black goop. Alright. Got a few cheeky... Boom! Ow! Oh! Big swipe. Ooh! Oh dear! There it goes! Ow! And here he's become a giant so-called husk of man. Ow! Ow! Ooh. Oh! I tried to drink and I got punished. Hey, right. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh! Little too slow. Hey, we got him! Woo! Got him in one go! Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah! We got the coiled sword. We can light this bonfire. And boom! Our ember has been restored. Basically because we killed somebody big and important and scary. An actual candidate for lighting the fire. I'm not entirely sure why... Who gives you embers? As you can see, we're now all fiery, glowy. We have extra life. And from this point on, all the online features are activated. As long as we have an ember. Though in this area, you can't get help or get invaded, I think. I don't think that's possible. This is all still a tutorial area. Now then. Broken straight sword. Yeah. You there, buddy. Come on. Alright. Huh? Huh? Come at me! Come at me, bro! Alright. Very, very careful. A homeward bone. It's basically a town portal or an escape rope or whatever from other RPGs. It allows us to teleport back to a bonfire. It's the, oh shit, I'm stuck. Oh shit, I'm in a bad spot. Oh shit, I just want to get the hell out of here. Then you pop your homeward bone. Over! Woo! And so yeah, what are all those little fading souls that I pick up? Well, the fading soul is just a little soul repository. You can think of it as having souls banked. The souls are your primary currency in this game. And you use them for everything. Everything is bought and sold with souls. And it's also your experience in a way, because it's what you use for leveling up. Woo! Let's not fall off ourselves. Right. Now, there is more to explore out here, and we'll explore more out here, but you know what? Before that, let's go inside. Welcome to Firelink Shrine. This is the main hub area. This is where you will find friendly NPCs who are just friendly and helpful, or snarky and dismissive, or just gloomy.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Very, very optimistic, isn't he?
What a sick joke. Asking us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends, though...
You already said that, mate. So in Dark Souls, generally you can
what
talk...
a sick joke. Asking to...
Generally in Dark Souls, you can talk to somebody multiple times and they will say different things. And so yeah, over here we see indeed a bunch of thrones, each one for a different Lord of Cinder, who are the people that, you know, the Plan B guys. The ones who were called to link the fire, but didn't. Despite the fact that they had already linked it once, they felt that linking it again was not going to be a thing. Now you might see, there actually is somebody already sitting on one of the thrones, and he's chilling there. It's a little man with a crown. And one of these chairs is significantly bigger than the others. And you'll see why. Well, I mean, heck, if you paid attention to the opening cinematic, you'll know why, because that's Yorm the Giant's seat. Though I'm not entirely sure Yorm would even fit in that chair. I think you'd still need a bigger chair than that. Anyway, this is the Firekeeper.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one. I'm a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end I am at thy side.
And here's where we can level up.
Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
And here we can spend souls to level up. Now then, what kind of stats do we want to level up? I'll very briefly go through the stats. There we go. Vigor gives us hit points, also frost resist. Attunement governs how much magic power we have and the number of spells that we can have equipped. Endurance, how much stamina we have, which governs our ability to roll and run and hit in succession. Also resistance to lightning and bleeding. Vitality, the attribute governing physical defense. That's also affected by other attributes and governs the maximum equip load and poison resistance. This one's going to be important for almost anything because, yeah, equip load is a thing. It basically determines how much weapons and armor you can carry and how heavy those things can be. Strength, obviously, it affects our fire resistance and how hard we hit with weapons that depend on strength. Dexterity determines what sort of weapons we're allowed to wield, improves our strength with weapons that are dex weapons, reduces spellcasting time, reduces damage taken when falling. Intelligence, it does magic, both the blue magic and the fire magic stuff. It also affects our defense against magic. Faith, meanwhile, defense against the darkness, and it affects our ability to use miracles and fire as well. Fire magic, the pyromancy stuff. Pyromancy wants intelligence and faith. And then there's luck, which affects item drop chance, bleed damage and poison damage, and resistance to curse, which is a horrible stat, a horrible status attribute. Regardless, we want, I think we want, what was it, something like 15 strength, and from that point on we pretty much just invest in dexterity for damage, and we want, we want at least 10 intelligence, 10 faith, pretty early on. I think, like, 2 points of vigor is already 3 points of vigor already gives us quite a bit of extra health. Might be worth it at the start. Well, alright, we'll do that and that. We want to have a bit of extra stamina, I think. Ooh, jeez, choices. So you know what? I'm going to leave all this for now. It's going to depend a little bit on the weapons we pick up. Regardless, as you can see, it's about spending souls, and I can level up quite a bit right now. But that's because the level in Dark Souls, it's basically, you could almost say it's a negative stat. What your level affects is how expensive it is to buy more stats. It's kind of like a taxation rate. Let's see what we have. Not a lot. But you know what? I think this will do for a first episode. I'll do a little bit more explaining and exploring the Firelink Shrine inside and out next time. So let's see. Hold on a second. Let's sign off with our helmet off. So, until next time, bye-bye! Whoop!